Hey, beautiful souls. It's kind of late. It's March 9th. And we are in a full moon, which is something I've always held intimate with myself. I love my full moons. And it's in Virgo, which is actually my sun sign. And it's stationed at 19 degrees, which is an angel number of mine, my own personal angel number. So undoubtedly, I felt like tonight was going to be very special and would bring in, be a very intimate time for me. And in fact, it has been. However, what has been delivered today is not what I anticipated. It is very crucial, it's very important, and something that Spirit really, really wants to discuss. And there was a lot. I went into meditation earlier, and the downloads have just kind of been continuing throughout the day. So I'm going to give it the due respect. And the first part is being told I need to share it. In that it's crucial that we remember with our day-to-day interactions that we don't know what anybody is ever going through. The vision, as I asked, was shown. There's a boy of the age of being a teenager sneaking into his mother's purse, swiping money. There's a woman cuddled up in a ball, the fetal position, on a bed, crying hysterically. There is what appears to be punk-ass kids bullying the elderly. Both men and women alike who suffer from PTSD, from events that they would rather have swiped from their memory. There is a female whose screams are muffled as she's being molested. There's a man who pounds the drinks in effort to suppress and avoid the feelings within that he would rather not face on. There are relations with individuals who are tactfully manipulating and emotionally abusing another to gain control. And causing havoc. There's a widow who distracts herself with everything in the whole wide world because the silence in her own world is too lonely to face head on. It's horrific. The message that follows is what the divine sees. It sees it all. What they all have in common. And it comes to a quote: every action is either an act of love or a call for love. We are not to judge either side of the equation, as hard as that might be. As we are scornfully reminded that we have no idea what goes on through an individual's mind, circumstances, or situations they have been in. He then further shown like a cup. And it's the very bottom of this cup where, as if it's residual particles and everything, is where the very bottom holds the largest amount of pain. It's like the depth of the ocean at the very bottom that nobody ever sees. The downloads that followed from there, because I wasn't for sure how, so where do we take this? There are some specifics, and in that for the collective. And it was summed up kind of into three different types of groups of where people are at. Yeah, we'll hear this and some encouraging words, but then as a reminder as a whole, there are people right now who so desperately are seeking to be loved for all that they are, in their authenticity. And I think that is the ultimate goal at the end of the day. We just want to be loved for everything that we are, no matter all the shit that we've been through. But we have a tendency to hide. But there is a group of people that are actually rising right now, in the process of working to get out of their comfort zone. And I give you props. I get it. Can I tell you how scary it was for me to like genuinely live in my own authenticity and come out to the public and I speak with spirit? I mean, that sounds kind of crazy. Yeah, that's it's actually very like an amazing gift. But people, like when I first came out, it was like a reminder, legit, that shit's not normal. So to live in your authenticity, it's scary, to own who you are and your gifts and everything that you are. Spirit really wants to remind you that to keep going. I've actually picked up on some energies this last week of people actually getting out of their comfort zone. I know that feeling, and I know it wasn't mine because I'm just like, I was actually cleaning. Keep going, because it's in there that you begin to find your liberation and your rebirth. You're also touching and encouraging many others around you by doing so. The other group of this download, next download, is to the individuals who have bared their souls to others, who have already gone out on the limb to be authentic, to give all that their soul can give, to love unconditionally, to bear all that which is scary and was rejected, whether it was through love, being bullied, ridiculed, I'm hearing they didn't believe you, whatever it was. And what a terrible thing, because you are a very sensitive soul. It took a lot of courage for you to bear your truth and to be rejected, essentially. To be denied, to be left behind, to be however that correlates with you. The message for this person, Spirit comes in and asks you, please be vulnerable again. Whatever that was, and for who this will resonate with, that betrayal, that time is done. Yes, you were very much betrayed. Yes, you were very much backstabbed. Yes, you were very much. But that cycle, that is done, and Spirit's really asking you to. It takes a lot of courage to be vulnerable again. but you're being encouraged to do so. There's another group that was shown to me who has actually broke out of their cocoon, who's done a massive amount of work, and is in a very new territory, if you will. It's very foreign to you. Special message for you, right? And that you understand. Because there is a sense of graduation, if you will, in that you have almost overcome so many of these obstacles and things, and the dark nights, the bad times that you have endured or witnessed, acts as a reminder that there is contrast in this world. And you had to witness that, and you've overcome that. And with it comes very much, with it, though you are in very new territory, you have wisdom beyond belief to do the work and transcending that you have. I feel like you get to act as a leader in a very humble way to help others. And Spirit wants you to feel safe, even though it is very uncomfortable with where you're at, because you're very supported. Now, coming full circle to correlate all of this from the horrendous visions to where everybody is kind of at, we are very much reminded that every single one of us want to be loved and cherished for all that we are in the most original and our own authentic way, for what makes us unique. And we have all been, every single one of us who are watching this, have been under pressure of the social norm and what has been taught is acceptable and what's not. And at some point have either been shamed for feelings or doing things, or and that's why so many of us withhold our own authenticity. I took some notes, but Spirit really would like us, all of us, even not only as a collective, but because it all kind of starts within, right? If we can surrender that fear, we can find liberation. But mostly we need to come together and lay down the judgment, because we really don't know, and to love another like we would want to be loved, the way the divine loves us, because the divine loves us despite all the crazy things that we've done in our life or wherever we're at, because we did the best we could at our own conscious level of awareness, and the divine understands that. He's asking this group, whoever's watching this and has made it this far, that you recognize that you too are capable of doing that, and that's what we need to do to come together. It is not to only love, but it should be reciprocated as well. It's asking for mutual. So if you are the breadwinner, the one that always is constantly giving, they're also asking you to be open to receive. And they are very supportive in ensuring that you receive, but you can't be able to receive if you're closed off to it. It's as equally important to receive as it is to give. I feel like it's very important to put out there. It's through our, in a way of nurturing others, but some are being called to go beyond that as well. It is some specifics to it's like to love a child, right? The way you love, if you're not a parent, as if it was to parent, but, you know, not only for others, but to act as a way to nurture different groups throughout your community or causes. And I even heard some people are being called to at least to actually create a group or cause or association for you maybe, and if you'll know this, like nurtured, you're being asked to nurture and create something like this, and for you to nurture it and bring it to life. I hope that makes sense. And at the end of the day, we really need to learn it all comes down to love and respect, right? If we can love and respect each other. There's a few more specifics. There's a lot, like, I mean, somebody who, if anybody's been questioning something and they've been holding it for a very long time, which feels like it's gone unanswered, it's very specific, so maybe it'll correlate with you. The divine's working on your behalf. Your answer is either being brought forward, you're being shown a way, something is manifesting, something is brewing. It is in the making, and they've heard your question. They've heard that they're working to find a way. So be receptive to it, because a way or an answer is being coming your direction. For people who have, and I feel like, I kind of feel like these are kind of like going back to those three groups, but they came in afterwards. But for people who have felt abandoned or hurt or rejected, the isolation that you're in, if you would like to break through that, there's a beautiful reminder. You are made of the same stuff the stars are. You are always connected. And if you would like to reconnect, you are asked to come back to your breath, to remember that you are a part of everything in this universe. The same breath, the same light, the same atoms. And you're very much strongly encouraged to go ahead to reconnect by reaching out to another. Whether it's by doing a favor or making a phone call, or you feel isolated, but they're asking you to come back. Remember all that you are, and that in your own reach out, you will begin to feel immediate reconnection. And I think for many people, that's kind of the last part, there is going to be, and I think this kind of goes back to the one that has, it's a new territory, and it may affect others, so I don't know, I'm not going to categorize where these things belong, but there's going to be a new kind of found love. And isn't love beautiful? But yet we understand that love can sprout out into, like, love, very broad, actually has very defining, like, should have specific words with each branch of love, because we have the love that we have for children, we have the love that we have for an intimate partner, we have love for that of, you know, an acquaintance, or for the collective, or, yeah, I mean, somebody's, you're going to begin to feel a new connection that you've never felt before. And it may feel a little foreign to you, but it's a very beautiful thing, because it's actually a part of that, of like your ascension. And you're encouraged to embrace that. And And I think it's going to feel very foreign to you. And I guess that's why that's being emphasized. You may be like, what is all this I'm feeling? Like, that feels a little odd. You may be recognizing a new kind of love. It's kind of out there, but I'm encouraged to share that. I didn't anticipate the message to come out the way it did, and I am not the one that gets to choose. Please do remember, with every interaction, every single one, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's happening in somebody's head. We do not have the right to judge, even though there's some things that we don't understand. And I'll be the first to own that. But for a radical shift in life, it all comes down to learning to love and accept ourselves, and learning to love and accept others, and helping create a safe environment that we can live in our authenticity, that we can be original and have a safe spot to do so without fear of being rejected or ridiculed or denied. These are the things that Spirit decided to show me tonight. They were not pretty, but we all play a part. We all play a part. So much bigger than you think. Be soft with yourself, soft with others. This energy of world peace. I'm trying to figure out the words that's coming in. That's probably a long video, guys, and I'm sorry. It's just I needed the due respect. It's important. And that's it. So much love. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. If you made it through this video, props to you. Hopefully you found some value in any of the messages that were delivered. Till next time, guys.